Perfect fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set, ready? 18, Gator.
Right. He's telling right. He's telling the right.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. A huge play there right off the bat. 43 yards. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run, Devontae Freeman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Watch right. You got right. Check 24. Check 24.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Single.
Get it.
From the gun, Herbert. It's caught. Jones. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Ready.
Off the play fake. Herbert to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Hey, high 7.
Got 2. I got 1.
Operating from the gun. Herbert into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. Now former Terrapin. This is Ty Johnson. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. This is taken at about the 14.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Looking deep for Julio. And that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 41 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a big no-no last time. A safety to make this score 2-0 where we stand now. So, see if they can atone for that mistake. Johnson on, it's poked free. Football's out. And the Falcons grab it. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And that makes this a 9-point game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marched off another 15 against your squad.
They'll look to throw here. Now the ball comes loose. And the Falcons grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at at the 36-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
C6.
We got 4.
From the gun, Herbert flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Quinnen Williams in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful when you have that much pressure. They want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Austin Hooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're already looking up at a 16-0 deficit. Still plenty of time to go, first quarter. But work to be done as they come up 1st and 10. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. 16-0. That's the score after one on EA Sports.
Ready? Hey, Haywood!
I smell fear in that offense. Check Mike,
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Lions.
Here we go! X3, 218, chopper.
Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
Come on, set.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, it's arm out. Under 10, 10.
Get it.
Second and 10. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Ready?
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if there's a bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, a ball may come your way.
Ready, break.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Hey, box drop. Five.
They'll look to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Tie that right. Hey, we got 3 down. Check 9.
Yes.
Check Mike 9.
Down.
They'll drop the throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. On first down, Johnson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Freeman. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
At the 23-yard line.
Break. General West. Hey, exit.
Check 43.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run it with Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Protein spill.
Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So all of a sudden, with that run, maybe now a chance for points here.
It's a total mind shift, isn't it? Because what you were saying before was, hey, let's just get out of here, get the half over with. Instead, we can get some points now.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Freeman. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Off play action. Herbert sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Come on, set. 15 line. 15 line.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. Alert. Alert. Let's go.
Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Let's go. 60 yards. Hey, wahoo. Let's go.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons push further out in front. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Falcons 23, 9-7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, two.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They try to set up the bubble screen here. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 18. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Back to throw. Herbert eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
This will be fielded at the 17. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
61, matchbox lights. They go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson, and he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. Two times. 4 down. Get it ready.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall.
And Freeman lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On first down, Freeman. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. There he goes, right side. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 9. So the fullback, the beef, normally the lead blocker, shows that he can run it a long ways as well.
And he does have an ability to run away from people, but you and I both know he'd rather run through people when he carries the ball.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Look at me. Go.
Looking to throw. Herbert flushed out right. He'll try and run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
A 6-yard gain brings up 3rd and goal.
So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Freeman. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. They come out here in the eye. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And an alley to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And
a quick throw here, that's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Get it.
They'll set up to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
it's a gain of 8. And it brings up third down.
The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now this throw caught left side, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
They'll set up a throw. That is caught at the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Hurry.
To Johnson again. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. He'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jesse James. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2.
Tight end is right. Watch tight. Tight end is right. 3 down.
Hey, Delta.
They'll try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming.
Freeman again. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A 20th carry now for Freeman. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. This is Freeman, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. The pitch goes to Freeman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Atlanta, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3 and 5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll fall to 5 and 3 with a loss. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long.
Playing skills, you did. Watch out flip. Watch out whip. I'm in the whip. All in the wrist. I never switch. Ice in the wrist. Car on the wrist. All in the wrist. Watch out whip. I'm in the whip. All in the wrist. I never switch. Ice in the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. I bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, Just for the that haters, I make a lot of new money, When the not famous, You liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, they know how I zip. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my 50. Ex-slick